Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Lost Gaming. Last time we got a lot more powered up and went and got our most recent member address, Nuku Sagimaru. Today we're going to do our next side quest and get our next optional side character. Doing a little bit of reviewing and seeing a couple of comments on some older videos did remind me that we are now at the point in the game where Wave Masters become incredibly important. Being able to use more magic makes them extremely versatile, and we get a lot of mileage out of them.
Yes? What is it?
Let's see if we've got some stuff to give Elk. I don't want to give him too much, because next time... Actually, I think he's probably okay. I always forget about this. You can get them to come back to you if they ever run off like that. Just in case you forgot, because I sure did. Alright, so we've got him that. Let's see, we'll give him this.
Hey!
I'm mostly taking him out just because I want to give some other characters a little bit of highlighting. And since we just got him, now's a great time to go ahead and use him. We'll save those for Gardenia.
Awesome!
In our next run. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will go to the trading convention. Just take a look and just remember some of the other stuff that we got to do. So this one, yeah, we ought to be okay. We're a little bit more prepared and a little bit more ready. A little bit more concerned about what can go wrong, so that we're ready to counter it a lot easier. Go ahead and do our usual power-ups. Whoops. Well, if Elk for some reason takes some hits, now he's ready. Alright, so now our usual, we'll show off a few of the monsters in the area so that you can kind of see what it is you can deal with in here. Of course not. Seems like every time I want to try to show off stuff like that, that's when things don't go quite the way. Alright, so the first ones we've got are death cranes. And just again a reminder, now we're into where we are getting the different types of virus cores. So I think that got rid of all of them. But again, now it's just a reminder that we need to get as many data drains off as we can again, because we are now reaching a place where we're going to need new virus cores. And because of the way everything is set up, come on, let's... one of them killed the other one off before I could get to him. But anyway, we're going to need virus cores. New ones in particular. You want to take all the time that you can and get more of it. We might actually just go ahead and do something we haven't done in a while and open up every magic gate here. I kind of wish I knew how to do editing better and I could just kind of cut it out so that you guys didn't have to see me go through it. So I probably actually won't go through it all the way. And I'll just do some virus core grinding off camera. Something you do eventually get very much used to. Shoot, especially once you get to Quarantine, Volume 4. Oh boy, be prepared to do more backtracking and data draining than you can imagine. It is insane what you will have to find yourself doing. And it's just, those of you who have played through it know what I'm talking about. It's just there are so many required virus cores once you get to Quarantine. And unlike the other 3 volumes where the majority of what you've been trying to get are things that you can get just playing on the server that you're on, Quarantine requires a lot of going back. I'm actually kind of glad that we went through and opened more of these up, because like I said, I want to show off as many of these monsters as I can, show off what you can get with data draining some of them. A lot of this information can be found online, but at the same time, a lot of it is incomplete. As super hardcore fandom as .hack has, it doesn't always get the full focus that it really has always deserved. So things kinda got pushed to the wayside over time. Alright, I think that's probably enough to show off for now, and I don't want to bog us down going through too much, especially since I can do a lot of it off camera and sort of speed things up and just show you guys the more important bits. Also want to take this time to point out that with the resurgence in .hack popularity because of the last recode getting ready to come out in a few months from now. Now hold on, I'll finish that thought shortly.
Ane has a basin shield and wants a paper cloak. Bait has a plastic sword and wants a mat opener. Catherine has a mat opener and wants a basin shield. Sid has a paper cloak and wants a love archer.
Exactly.
Which means... give Ane's basin shield to give Catherine's mat opener to Bates. Take Bates' plastic sword. Oh no! No one wants the plastic sword!
So what now? Don't you have any extras?
What a waste of...
This is all I get? You gotta be kidding!
If everyone ain't satisfied, you can't consider yourself pro! There should be a love archery somewhere in this dungeon. Could you go find it for me?
Okay.
Confused as to why Random Stranger was a good choice for this, but logic aside. Anyway, with the resurgence of die-hack popularity with the announcement of the last recode, a lot of other people have started doing some Let's Plays of this. I've mentioned in the past Hasher, who does speedruns. If I remember correctly, not too long ago, he's actually completed a speedrun of Mutation, actually, which I find to be a very interesting bit of information. He's done a really good job with helping me out with just finding out more things that I can do a little bit better. Ooh, here we go. Now, since we've got it, we are going to... come on. I know I've got you both. Drain art. There we go. Okay, did not realize they had both died. That could have gotten ugly very quickly. But at the same time, because of what we did, we managed to take out several dangerous threats very quickly. Without having to worry about some of the more basically we managed to get through it without getting our butts kicked. This could have very easily turned out a lot differently. And I only just noticed that all my buffs are out. That's a problem. Elk. Heal us up, Elk. Alright, and now to help you out, Elk, I'm going to give you a couple of Mage's Souls. We'll open us up a couple of these risky treasures, see what we can find. No, it wasn't aromatic grass. Elk, it's never aromatic grass. Alright, so, because I wasn't paying attention, let's get everybody buffed back up. I actually kind of like this, giving Elk some physical defense now. I definitely feel like it's something he could benefit from. From one of the few conversations that I've been able to have with Hasher since I've started this, one of the things that he has recommended if you're trying to do more of a speedrun of this game is to make sure that you have grinded out for the items that buff your elemental stats. That is, according to him, that becomes a very big thing. Hell, come on. Now, needed to get some of those killed so I can get my infection level back down a little bit. Alright, but now that that's done, I don't really see much of a need to sticking around on this floor, so let's head on down into the next floor, and we're keeping our eyes open for that Love archery for Rachel. This is one of those dungeons. This is going to be an annoyance. Elk, start using your magic and killing things. Oh crap, specters. Oh boy, oh boy. These things are what gave me such trouble last time. They have extremely high magic evasion, and they are just a pain to deal with. They hit so hard compared to what you see in here most of the time. They, I just dislike them more than any other enemy I've really ever dealt with so far. And honestly, I feel like that's saying a lot, because dealing with the mimic enemies is a pain in its own right. Okay, that has helped a lot. Yeah, we're going ahead and just getting rid of one major threat. And you see, that's just... you almost never hit for physical damage against him. It's just, it's almost not even worth going for, because it gets you so little return. Let's see, what can I get rid of? This is actually probably our least useful right now. Anyway, first aid. Mage's Souls. Go away. Another Mage's Soul. As you can see, like I said in the last episode, you can really see how this game can get out of hand very quickly if you're not paying absolute attention at all times. You can find yourself in a world of hurt. I'd probably be doing better if I had some rice spells to counter his elemental strength there. The rice spells are always good against darkness tolerance enemies. Like that. That was a perfect example. He used Rise Eye, it hit the elemental weakness, and it just massive damage to him. It was not even close. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, is there anything I can do to my... Could do that. That would be probably helpful. Just for dealing with them. Let's see, what kind of healing do I probably do with... But I like the defense that I've got, but I think I'm going to switch. I can't switch out that because of different problems. Yeah, I think next time I come into a fight, I might swap out to a different weapon for Kite, especially if I keep running into specters. Ran into Moonstone again. He's a very interesting character, and he's actually one of my favorites that we'll get to know over the series. In a sense, like when I was first playing through this game, when I was younger, he reminded me a lot of how I was. There was a lot of personality that just really felt a connection with. As I've gotten older and really looked more into the story, can I change? Of course I can't really because of this crap. Oh well, we are just going to beat the crap out of him with magic. You get healed, and you get a Mage's Soul. Keep using magic to beat the ever-loving crap out of him. Well, if we're going to do it, we might as well go all the way through. Didn't really need to do that, but honestly I kind of wanted it out of my inventory. It's really nice, but the things like that don't really hold up as well in the future. Before too much longer, we're going to be able to have access to that spell anyway. And if you've taken your time and really build up your SP and gotten your levels up pretty good, you don't even really need the scrolls. It's not to say that they lose all importance. You see, now that's what you want to see against them. I was actually concerned that it wouldn't work. I was thinking that it might be physical, and it might not work out for me the way I wanted it to. But hey, everything worked out. Putting that back on just for right now. So we managed to open up all of the dungeon portals and managed to get down to the bottom. Nope, don't care.
This must be it.
And now we go get sort of teleported back. And we get to finish off this quest.
Oh, that's it! The love archery! But wait! Could you hand this out so that
Okay, so he wants the love archery.
There's no love. Yeah, this is.
Okay, so now we've got the paper cloak. Alright, trying to remember exactly who gets what. believe she wants the paper cloak.
Sure. Talk to you later.
Next, I believe she wants
What a
the base and shield.
hey! Okay.
Gets us the mat opener. From the mat opener, we take it to heavy axe over here.
I ain't moving.
And we get stuck with the plastic sword.
Well, it always seems to work out. But it's so draining. I'm so tired.
You did nothing! You didn't even hand it out!
I don't know what would have happened. So how about teaming up with me, huh? Catch you later.
Yeah, this is one of those side quests that just kind of makes me, on a personal level, feel kind of like, what the hell just happened? Alright, but as we can kind of see, I got some new mail. So, he says that this is his real name, Luke Osagimaru, and he wants to be a stand-up comic. That's... I mean, that's a character, I suppose. I've seen better, but I mean, I've seen worse, and actually, all things considered, they do a pretty good job with his character. Alright, but I think we will go ahead and we'll wrap this episode up, and I will see you guys next time on Lost Game.